What do you boy Exodious here? Good morning. Um, I'm s- I'm so frustrated right now. Sprint won't work, dude. It worked great for 4 straight days. 4 straight days, I dropped maybe 100 frames on a 60 frame per second stream that lasted 3 to 4 hours long each day. Like 100 max. It was working great. I wasn't lagging out of games. Fallout was working great. It wasn't getting disconnected. It wasn't dropping down to zero. Everything was working great. I was even getting to the point where I could play music on streaming it. I start up my stream. Yesterday morning, I didn't stream because I have poison ivy. I went to the doctor. It's getting a whole lot better. It's not even an issue anymore. That's what I was originally going to talk to you about. I start the stream up this morning. I'm super excited to stream. I'm super hyped to stream. I'm ready to play Fallout and get my backpack and work on all this stuff. And I start up my streaming computer. I start up my gaming computer like always. I share the mouse between the two. First, my streaming computer, the hotspot's not working. So I normally restart it once or twice before I start streams, and that usually works. So I restart my hotspot. Then I'm starting, since like 2 days ago, I started having this issue where the hotspot won't stay connected to my computer. It'll connect, then it'll disconnect, then it'll connect, then it'll disconnect. And the thing that sucks about that is my mouse and stuff is connected to my gaming computer. So I put my mouse, you like hold Control Alt and F2 and it switches it to the second computer. I put it on the second computer, then it disconnects from the internet, and I can't get the mouse thing open, or I can't get anything open, so I have to keep switching my mouse and everything. Okay, that's not a big deal. I can deal with that. I dealt with that with Spectrum. Then my gaming computer, I open Fallout, and the file manager just keeps opening. It opened about 100 times till it crashed my computer. So I say, okay, I restart both of my computers again. Okay, didn't fix the disconnecting internet issue. So I restart the router again. Okay, it works. It's not the computer, it's the router. 100% sure. So I start back up, and it seems like it's working. Okay, so I get the stream start up. As soon as we hit the 1 minute mark, it proceeds to drop 64.5% of my frames. Remind you, I don't have my bitrate up high. I don't know if they're throttling my internet, because I really feel like that's what they're doing. For example, when I download through Steam, okay, at first it will, so when I do the speed test on my phone, the internet's getting roughly 60 megabytes down, roughly 5-6 megabytes up, okay? I don't need a whole lot of down, I just need a whole lot of up for streaming. You guys know how it works. When I download a game through Steam, it starts out, it goes up to 22 megabytes down. And over the course of a minute to 2 minutes, it progressively falls to 500 kilobytes per second. Can you tell me that's not throttling? So I pause it, I close Steam, I reopen it. It goes back up to 22 megabytes per second, if not more. Then it throttles it back down to 500 kilobytes per second. Does that not sound like throttling? They're throttling my internet. They're literally throttling my internet. Because I download, I know it's not Steam. I've reset my cache, I've deleted my download cache, I've reinstalled Steam. Refuse to do that again because then I have to re-download all my games. It's a pain in the butt. I go on my phone or something and I run the speed test. Speed test working fine. I go back to Steam. Anytime something is downloading over this hotspot, they throttle it down to kilobytes per second. So the speed tests that I'm taking mean absolutely nothing when it comes down to it. So I go upload. Like I said, I do a speed test every morning, every night before I stream. 6 megabytes upload. I start streaming like on a day like today, it keeps dropping to 500 megabytes per second. Or not 500, 500 kilobytes per second. And normally I have my bit rate set to 2,000 kilobytes per second. It comfortably sits around there. Spectrum, for example, just to bring money into it, along with my modem from Spectrum, I paid $74.99. And that was after my first year or two, because my first year or two was like $45 a month. I was complaining about Spectrum because they weren't very consistent, but this makes Spectrum look like the god of internets. It doesn't make any sense. Spectrum... What?
Do you like milk or orange juice?
I don't want either. I'll worry about it when I'm done. Spectrum, literally, it was 120 megabytes download and like 10 up easily. I could stream comfortably. I streamed around 3,000 kilobytes per second for my bitrate, and it worked wonderful. It worked great. There were days that I had issues, yes, then I had to restart my internet, and it worked great after that. This is the dumbest thing I've ever had. My ping bounces around when I play. That's why I haven't even been playing Rainbow that much. I've been trying my best, but my ping bounces from 80 ping to 1,200 ping, and there's been 3 or 4 games in the past 2 to 3 days alone where I've been disconnected and couldn't get back in and got the ban hammer from Ubisoft. If that does, I don't know if I'm getting jinxed, I don't know if I'm getting throttled, I don't know if they're just doing it on purpose. I'm not nearly at my data cap. I don't download anything on it. I don't use the hotspot normally. I've used maybe 10 gigabytes all of last month alone. It has full bars of signal. It has LTE. It says it's working. It says it's downloading. I reset it. It's set to 5 gigahertz. My adapters are working perfectly because when I switch to the internet that's already here, which is the fastest wired internet you can get, it's about 2 megabytes download. Steam downloads even faster. And that internet's like $35. And if that internet had a high enough upload above 0.10 kilobytes or whatever, 0.10 megabytes, I would gladly use that internet. But it literally can't be upgraded. It makes no sense to me how, like, it's Conneaut. I know it's kind of out in the open. It's like there's not much around. But if I go down there, you can see they have Sprint. Like a mile down the road, they have Sprint. All the other people in the area have Sprint. I have plenty of friends who live around here who have Sprint. Or not Sprint, Spectrum. Or they have Windstream. Or they have something like that, you know? Something that's consistent. They don't have it here. That Windstream literally told me it may be on the road. It's just not here yet. I don't get how that works. This is literally the 21st century. We literally have places with gigabyte internet. We have places with Google Fiber. We have places like Kentucky. We have places like, you can put Google Fiber in Kentucky, but you can't put Google Fiber in Ohio. I'm not even asking for something huge like that. Just give me like 30 consistent megabytes down and give me 6-7 consistent megabytes up, and I'll be perfectly content. I feel like Sprint's throttling my network and it's making me angry. But besides that, my poison ivy's going away. I've had it for about 4 days. So the story behind it is Sunday we got home from a graduation party, and I went over. The guy across the street is an older gentleman, and he was having issues with his hernia the week before, and he went to the hospital and all of that. And so we decided to help out with yard work, and I weed whacked the ditch. And I knew that there was poison ivy there. I didn't pay attention, but the weed whacker just spun it all over my arms and everything. It's kind of on my neck and around my chin here, everything that wasn't covered. But it was really bad. I couldn't sleep the other day, so I haven't been to the doctor in 3 to 4 years. And I was like, I gotta go to the doctor to get fixed. They gave me a steroid shot, and it burned real bad right in my shoulder. It felt terrible. I had to keep doing this and moving my arm and stuff to get it to go away. And but it helped a lot. It's already going away. This spot was really bad. It was oozing and stuff. It was disgusting. Last night, because I've been wrapping it in gauze, last night I got like maybe a drop or two. It was just like blotches from touching it, which I think was just cleaning it up. I scrubbed it real good yesterday in the shower, and we put the steroid cream on, and then I put the gauze on around it just so I could sleep and not get it over my bed and everything. But I've been having to sleep with like a towel over my arms because I don't want any of it to get on the bed. But it's finally getting to a point where I don't think I should have any issues with it, luckily. But I woke up, I was so motivated. I woke up at like 8 o'clock. I was reading for a good hour or so, and I got up because I was going to stream around 9. And I got up and just kept having issues with the modem. I restarted about 20 times. I reset it twice, 3 times, took the battery out, tried moving it in different positions in my room. It has full LTE bars, full bars. It's just not working. So I don't know what Sprint's doing. I don't know what's happening. And it's the beginning of the month, so that doesn't make sense if they're throttling it because I use too much data. I have a 100 megabyte plan. That's why it's so expensive. I don't know what to do. It's frustrating paying $70 a month for something that I'm treating as my job and I'm working towards and trying to earn some money off of, just because I enjoy it and because the money helps me pay for new games and different things. But the fact that they're kind of getting in the way of that, like it's not even over the past 9 months, 10 months, however long it's been since I started streaming every single day, September. The only times I haven't streamed every day is because of not having internet and Sprint messing up and doing whatever they think they're doing. Like Spectrum, maybe I couldn't stream in the morning once, or I just reset my router. I called them and they brought me out a new router. But I don't know what Sprint's doing, but it is the worst service in the world. And if it's the last thing I do on this earth, I will make an internet/phone service that will put Sprint out of business. No question about it. Just because this is so frustrating right now, I can't deal with it. So it's gonna be called Free Space Internet. You know, they charge you like $70 for internet. I'm gonna give y'all some unlimited plans for like $30 a month. I'm gonna give y'all unlimited text, calling, messaging, internet for like $40 a month for your phone. We gonna put Sprint out of business. We gonna go from there. So maybe it'll be zero gravity internet. Not like free space better. We'll see. Besides that, we're working on Call of Duty team. I'm talking to my homie Tyler from school. He seems pretty interested. So we're gonna see what we can do I don't really feel like competing anymore. I can't really dedicate that much time to one game anymore. It gets boring. But he's really interested. I'd love to put a team together for Modern Warfare, whether it's 5-player, 4-player for competitive, and try to send them down to MLG Columbus. I'm not sure how much team passes were. I know at one point in time they were like 125. I think if I could get one for under 500, I could do it, and I think that would be some good exposure. If any of you guys are planning on going, it'd be dope to hang out. I'm going to go and watch them. I'll get them jerseys made and just things like that. So, but that's about it, guys. Sprint's just really frustrating me. I'm really sorry about not streaming this morning. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying to get to work. Last night I streamed for a little while. I'm not going to break my daily habit. It's not going to happen. I'm just getting very frustrated, and after a certain point, I just have to give it a break because it's just making me so angry. I know I'm going to break something, because that's so frustrating. I just want to stream and I want to work, and I can't get it done. So hopefully this video uploads. But all right, talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Share if you can. Subscribe, and come check out the stream tonight. I stream around 9 o'clock. We've been playing Fallout, Rainbow, and I'm probably going to order Assassin's Creed 3 either today or tomorrow, whenever the next thing from the truck sells. I'm kind of piecing it out, but people seem to like Assassin's Creed. We'll get it, and see you guys there. So, peace out.
No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Pursuit to be happy, don't be laughing like a child. I never thought life would be this sweet. It got me cheesing.